Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to True North. In this video, we'll be talking about how to get started on Amazon.ca. Who am I? My name is Daniel. I've been selling on Amazon roughly for 6 months. I've, it's been going pretty good. I see a lot of potential. This is for any business, individual, student, stay-at-home mom or dad that wants to actually make an extra income or actually a full-time living. It's a great e-commerce platform to start. You'll learn a lot, and I'm just going to share my experiences um, working with Amazon. To begin with, um, signing up with Amazon. It's fairly easy. I'm on the Amazon website right now, the Amazon.ca website, and there's basically two accounts you can have. You can have a professional account and an individual account or basic account. With all this said, one of the key things to look at are fees. You want to make sure you're on top of what fees Amazon is charging you. One of the first mistakes I made is thinking I'm going to make this much money, and then I realized I had all these fees, packaging, shipment, and stuff that I would category on. Some categories charge you more, some categories charge you a bit less. So these things are. I would suggest people just go on this website and just read as much as you can about all the fees, policies. Make sure you know what you're doing before you actually do it. Now, this could just take you 1 day, 2 days at the most, to just kind of go through the whole thing and make sure which plan, products you want to sell, which plan you want to do, and all kinds of things like that, and how you ship them, how to describe the product, the descriptions and stuff. Now, all this could be overwhelming at times. It could seem like a lot of information, but the best way to learn is actually starting to do it. So when I first started, and I would suggest most people to do this when they first start, is just look around their homes and see um, products that are already being sold by Amazon. All right, so you have CDs, you have DVDs, you have books, you have cameras. So these things are already listed on Amazon. So it would be a lot easier for you to just start. Books, I would suggest to start really good. It's a really good. There's a lot of profit margin if um, if you can find the right book. Same as CDs and DVDs and even VHSs. I haven't sold any, but or even sent it out, or even have tried to sell VHS. But I've heard that there are people that do buy them, and if you have something that isn't being re-released in DVD or Blu-ray, you have a great opportunity there to sell some VHSs. So when you're starting, just go around your home, grab as much of products you might not want. CDs you don't listen to anymore, you just don't care about anymore, DVDs and stuff like that. Gather them up. These are a great source of to start your e-commerce Amazon business. Now, I'm going to be mostly focusing on FBA. The reason I'm going to be focusing on FBA is I believe it's more profitable as an individual as compared to a merchant fulfilled. So that means that if I'm a merchant fulfilled account, or I want to provide, I'm going to sell it merchant fulfilled. That means I will have, if I list this on Amazon, somebody wants to buy it, they'll pay me through Amazon, and I'll have to get this product, package it, and ship it. To begin with, this is no problem because you'll have one or two products, if you're lucky, a day, where you can send out. It won't be a problem. But if you want to scale up, and you're going to be doing a lot of work. Now, if this is an ideal thing for a business, if a business is already shipping out products and and they already have their whole system set up to send out products through mail, then this is just a great add-on. But as an individual, it's very hard to compete with the advantages a business might have, like shipping costs and packaging and all of that stuff. So I would suggest to look up FBA and see if this is for you. This is how I started. I've sent out CDs that I didn't want, and at the end of the day, I didn't even think I would sell it. I kind of regretted sending it. I was like, oh, I don't think this CD is gonna, no one's gonna buy it, and it sold. Surprisingly, it sold. I was kind of amazed because one, the CD wasn't in English; it was in Spanish, so I didn't think there were that many people out there looking for CDs in Spanish. So, and it was somewhat of an odd CD. It wasn't one of the most popular artists, but it sold. I sold a couple of books, but now I'm going to try to focus more on selling books, DVDs, and CDs, just because I can get them for cheap. This book right here, I got it for $1. Dollar. I found it for $1. It's amazing. And I'll just look it up right here. So when you want to first start off, we can go to Amazon.ca. Alright. So Stephen Hawking's The Universe in a Nutshell. So we just type that in. Okay, in books. Alright, so right here, I hope you can see it. So there's someone doing it FBA, which this is why you get the Prime, and this way the benefits of having FBA is that you get basically on top of the list, and if you don't know what Prime is, I would suggest doing a little bit of research. But Prime members, people that are signed up to Prime with Amazon, get really fast shipping. So there's a lot of them there. I'm sure they get deals and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a personally Prime member. But as a seller, you definitely want to be Prime, and the way to do it is just being FBA. So sending my product, so I would say, okay, they're selling it for $34. I would send it to Amazon, and either I can match the price or I can lower it a little bit, and I'll get profit. Now, the fees, that's what you have to make sure. I'll go on in another video and talk about fees. But I'm roughly thinking of making at least $20, or a bit more with this, just sending it out. You have to make sure you include the shipping fees, you shipping out the product to Amazon fulfillment centers. So calculate all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of great potential in selling books, just like as you see here. So you can do the same thing with DVDs, a cell phone you might not want. But yeah, starting in media is a great opportunity. So yeah, go around your home and see what kind of stuff you have, and just send them out, and then you can go book sales and things like that to get your products. Now, one of the things you want to look at is the seller rank. I'm not sure if it sells right here. Okay. So here it's 6,000 in books, which is pretty decent. 6,000 in books. So this will probably sell. Now, the numbers in the seller rank, it's kind of confusing, at least for me, especially on the Canadian side. I think on the American side, it's a bit more. How do I say it? A bit more. It makes more sense. And there's so many people that buy on the American side on .com compared to .ca. But you just kind of have to see your competition here. So with this book here, let's see if I can find other people. Where is it? I want to see what the other sellers. So there's other sellers right here. So if I'm sending it to Amazon, I'm only competing with two people, basically Amazon and, well, I don't have the new book, so I can't really compete with Amazon because they have the new book. But I can compete with this gentleman that has used very good. That's basically what I have. So I can just either match his price. These are things you have to look at when you're going ahead and posting your products. So yeah, I think there's a great opportunity. I spent $1. Shipping is a bit high in Canada, but there's definitely a lot of profit there to be made. Suppose if you are merchant fulfilled, you would be competing with a lot more people. There's pages and pages of people selling this book, and the price range from $7 all the way to $27, even more sometimes. Sometimes you'll find books that are worth $1, and I don't know how people make money selling a book for $1, even 1 cent at times. But you won't have to worry about that if you're with Fulfillment by Amazon, because you can charge more. Your competition will be the prime price. So that would be my suggestion on how to go ahead with this. All right. Now I'm gonna link a couple of videos that helped me a lot, and I'm gonna have link some YouTube channels that really helped me a lot get started and actually understand more of how Amazon works. So definitely suggest to go to the description area and also to the channel suggestion area, and look at those channels and watch those videos, and you'll learn a lot. A lot of times, even when I first started, there were so many people wanting to sell me services or private label. You'll make hundreds of millions, who knows how much money, and their fees are $800, $900,000 just to sign up to this program, and then not realizing once I sign up to this program, I need another $1,000 to get started on my private label business. And especially when you're just getting started, it's not, it just doesn't make sense for me. Maybe if you already have your own private label or you already have your own product, this could definitely work. But for someone that's just starting up, you just want to kind of slowly grow and understand how this platform works and what people what people are buying, what people are interested in, and also just you figuring out what you want to sell. Selling books and media is a great thing to start, and then you can actually think about now what other products I want to sell. I'm going to share one little thing that did really well for me, and this more in the retail arbitrage area. And so you can find a lot of videos about this. It doesn't Canada's a bit difficult to find really great deals compared to the Americans. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but they are out there. So one thing I'm going to show you right here that maybe pretty good return on investment is this little Hot Wheel. So it's Snoopy in his whole little doghouse, and I got this for at the most $3. I think it was $2. And I sold it for over $20. It's almost like the book, like really great. And this sold pretty fast. It was in Christmas, and I saw the FBA price was like $20 something. So actually it was a merchant fulfilled, was like $20 something. So I just kind of matched that price, and I had the Prime box, so I was one of the first ones listed, and it sold pretty quick. Another one I got, which was $2 or $3, was the Star Wars Darth Vader, or what is it, Darth Hall Hot Wheel car, and that I got for $2 or $3, and I also sold it for $20 something. Now you have to be careful. I'm not saying that all Hot Wheels are gonna make you this money, and you can just go out and get a bunch of Hot Wheels and just start getting them for $22, $3, $4, and you start selling for 20 and over. There are certain items that do really well. So basically, Hot Wheels are collectibles. So this is why Hot Wheels does pretty well. And I not on certain toys, I found them being sold for $3, $4, and then on Amazon, they're going up for 20, $30, and for me, it didn't make sense because these were stores where, well, I live in Toronto, so you can find them everywhere, and it was kind of crazy that people would pay so much money for, instead of just going out and looking for these items. But they're out there, and especially if there's an item people can't find, you can raise the price. If people might pay for them, you just have to test the waters. And I initially would recommend starting low, starting with $2 items when you do this retail arbitrage, and see how it works. What are the things? So if you make a mistake, like I've done a few times, you're not going to be losing 40, 30, $50 on something that's just going to be sitting in the Amazon warehouse, and then you're going to get the storage fees and all that stuff. So just start growing slowly, and eventually you'll have a successful business. So that's roughly it for today. I'll be definitely sharing more of my experience with Amazon. I'm gonna One of the goals I'm gonna do this year is actually get more books and media. I've heard a lot of stories, or a lot of people that have been doing really well selling books and DVDs and CDs. Something I'm also trying to look up is vinyl. I really love vinyl. I have a lot of records, and I'm kind of interested in seeing if people actually still buy vinyl. People still buy vinyl, but I'm not sure if they buy them on Amazon. So this is something I'm gonna go look, and I know I can get vinyl for very cheap. Obviously, this just more work to it. So this is what I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of months, is stocking up my inventory on media, and then later on I'm gonna look more, I guess, more in the retail arbitrage and see what products do work, and what thing. I have an idea where I'm going. Basically, kind of like what I did with the toys for Christmas. I have an idea of what kind of products I'll be sending in and testing the waters and seeing what works and what doesn't. Products that people buy throughout the year instead of just toys, where a lot of the sales come from the holidays. So I'm gonna test that out. I'm gonna definitely share that with you and how that's been going. And eventually, by the end of the year, that's when I want to start having my own product label, and yeah, start a brand and and expand in that. In a future video, I'll also be sharing my experience of merch by Amazon. So basically selling T-shirts with your own designs. It's been going pretty well with very low investment. I've been making some good money there. So yeah, I'll be sharing all that stuff. Well, stay tuned and see you next time.